Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Bumper here, back with another weekly video this week. Okay, so as always, we're going to start off running through the new releases, and then we'll go and have a little look over HMV and see what they got, and then we'll come back and have a run through what I pick up and also have a little chat about stuff I watched on physical media last week. Okay then, so today's release date is March the 13th, Monday. Alright, so the first thing they're coming out is from Dazzler, Father Brown Series 10. Okay, so not really something I'd be interested in getting today, but I'm sure they will have his fans. And then we got this new movie, 2022, Corsage. Again, it's not a movie I've heard of or something I'll be keeping an eye out for. Just doesn't look my scene, to be honest, but it has got loads of 4 and 5 star reviews looking at the cover. And then we got Living. Okay, we'll have a little look at this one with Bill Nighy, because I have heard this is a really good film. I think it's sort of just like a bit of a drama, sort of feel-good movie about a guy who reaches a certain age in life and then decides to start doing all the things, he'd never done before. I'm just having a little look at the cast. I've probably gone a bit too far. I only really recognise Bill Nighy. Adrian Rawlings is a name I recognise, but I can't picture him. So yeah, it could be okay, but again, maybe not a movie I'm looking to get, to be honest. Okay, then we got the Whitney Houston biography, I Want to Dance with Somebody. Okay, so I probably would watch this movie. I'm not a big fan of Whitney Houston. It's not something I would rush to buy straight away, but I wouldn't turn my nose up at watching it. It's got Stanley Tucci in it. Naomi Ake, I don't know who that is, but I guess that's who's playing Whitney Houston. Okay, so that's out today. Then we got 4K of The Woman King. I think this is probably a steelbook looking at it, so whether it'll be out in HMV now as a Zavvi exclusive, so it won't. I'm not massive on the artwork anyway. I don't mind the colours, but the design of the woman, I don't know, the face looks a bit gammy to me, but hey ho. Then we got this from Third Window Films, Punk Samurai. Not a movie I've heard of. Good runtime, 130 minutes. It looks like it's probably Japanese. I'm just reading the synopsis. Maybe not something I'd be into. It could be anime anyway, I suppose, looking at it, but I'm not sure. Witchblade, wouldn't be interested in that. Okay, so then we got the 4K release of The Core. Not a movie I remember. I know I've seen it. I know disaster movies were a big thing, weren't they, back in the late 90s, early noughties. So this one has got Aaron Eckhart, Hilary Swank and Delroy Lindo in. I don't mind Delroy Lindo, actually. But, drawing the line between sort of buying the movies I'm interested in and just buying everything, I gotta say, I don't think this one will make the list today, because it's just not a movie I'm that desperate to see again. Okay, we've got some more anime then, and then we got one that I might be interested in. First one is by Studio Canal, so I love a Studio Canal release. It's from 1999. I've never seen the movie, The Virgin Suicides. Obviously got Kirsten Dunst, because that's her on the front there. Directed by Sofia Coppola, so Francis Ford Coppola's daughter. It's got Josh Hartnett, James Woods, Kathleen Turner, so it's narrated by Giovanni Ribisi. So yeah, it's got a lot of talent involved. Set in the 70s. Yeah, I might be interested in that one. We'll have a little look. That might be a devil or an angel type movie, should I or shouldn't I? And then the other 4K release this week is a Zavvi exclusive steelbook of Mask of Zorro. So again, I won't be able to get it in HMV, and it does say that this artwork is to be confirmed, so that won't definitely be the artwork. I got to be honest, even if it was out on standard today at 19.99, the same goes for what I said about The Core, really. It's not a movie that I'm mad for or feel that I really need, so I probably wouldn't grab it. There's a stray release of Top Gun there on Blu-ray, not sure what that's all about. So then we probably got the biggest release of the week, if you don't include the new 4Ks, Rocky 3. So I'm invested. I bought the other two. I give you my thoughts on Rocky already. I'll give you my thoughts on Rocky 2 later. And yeah, I'm going to grab this just to make sure I get the slip and to make sure I got them all for on the shelf. Yeah, so Rocky 3, keep an eye out for that. Then we got two Criterions then, All That Heaven Allows and Magnificent Obsession. I love the old school artwork, but I don't love the movies quite so much, so I wouldn't be looking at getting those today. And then we got something from the Vintage Classics collection, Saraban for Dead Lovers, 1948. So again, nice old school artwork, but not something I'll be looking for. Something on March the 15th, which happens to be my birthday, so I might have a birthday hunt. Although I have got my eye on a couple of big items off Amazon, so I'm not sure yet, but that'll be out on the 15th, Empire of Light. All right, then we'll have a little look what's it over in America now, because there's some good stuff out today, tomorrow. Okay then, so over in the States then, the first thing we got is this release with Ryan Phillippe and Kate Bosworth and Ving Rhames, The Locksmith 2023. It's only going to be a straight to DVD action movie, but could be alright. There's the Super Bowl there, I don't even know what number Super Bowl that is. Alice Darling with Anna Kendrick from 2022, looks like a nice release with a nice slipcase or slip box. All Creatures Great and Small, PBS. And we got The Apology, which was a movie that was on Shudder. I do like collecting some of the Shudder movies. I haven't seen this one, so I can't pass judgment on it. But it's not out in the UK anyway, so it's not something I'll be importing. Blue Thermal, and then Dragon Ball, not something I'm interested in. Glorious with 8K, this is another Shudder exclusive like Apology. But this time I have seen the movie. It's got Ryan Quantin and J.K. Simmons in. But the cast actually is better than the movie itself. I didn't really enjoy the movie. It's a sort of one location horror. It takes place mainly in a toilet cubicle. And it's a bit trippy and a bit Lovecraftian, I suppose. But didn't really have quite the budget to take it to the level you wanted it to. Head Rush 2022. I'm not sure what that is. Cool artwork though. Leona Will Never Die 2022. There's a new Tom Hanks movie, A Man Called Otto. The Snowball Effect, so nothing so far that I would consider importing, really. The Texas Chainsaw Mascara, yeah, I just ain't even going to bother wasting any time on that. The Whale, that's probably going to have an A24 release in America, but it might come out on Mubi over here. Or it's Lionsgate, actually. Okay, so that's a movie I really want to see. I'll probably wait till the British release, to be honest, rather than importing it. Anything Goes, The Lost Symbol, Complete Collection, Dan Brown, Blu-ray though. Some anime, there's a Walking Dead 11 series. Not sure what this is, but it looks pretty cool. Or from Full Moon, Giantess Attack versus Mega Fembot. Yeah, I definitely watched that, but I can't see me forking out 22 quid and shipping. The Bug, The Life and Time of a Beetle Car. Labor Day with Kate Winslet and Josh Brolin, not a film I've seen. Can't say I'm really into love dramas either, so I won't be in any rush to see that. They got The Core, they got The Prince of Egypt on 4K. I might have considered that if it had a UK release. Don't think I'd import it though. Secret Defense, Jet Li's Legend, A Man Without a World. This one surprises me, a grand tour, because it's released by Unearth Films, who specialise in really extreme horror. So I always find it a bit weird when these companies sort of release movies that are sort of against their kind of common theme, a bit like Vinegar Syndrome releasing Sidekicks, and a bit like Arrow releasing Wolf of Wall Street. I know they're doing it because they obviously can make some money out of it, I suppose, and maybe they're not paying the bills with all the extreme horror. But yeah, it just seems a little bit unusual, you know. But not a film I'm familiar with. Definitely one I would watch, though. Wild Orchid 2. Okay, so I remember the Wild Orchid series from the 90s. Was Drew Barrymore in the first one? I could be completely wrong, mind, but this is the second one. I know they had a couple of straight to video then sequels, so Tom Skerritt's in it. So directly, oh no, I thought it was directed by George Clinton then, but he's just doing the music, which would make sense. Phenomena 4K from Synapse, already got it over here from Arrow. Highway to Heaven complete series. This is a really good film, Razorback. I think it's an Australian movie from 1984. This is released on Shout Factory. Directed by Russell Mulcahy. He's done a couple of other good films. I can't think what they are off the top of my head. But yeah, this is really good, Razorback. I would get that if it was a release over here. Streets of Fire 4K from Shout Factory. Then we got Rocky 3. Last Hurrah for Chivalry from Criterion. Hour of the Gun. No Man is an Island. Kings Go Forth, The Prince and the Showgirl, Double Crossbones. Gosh, I haven't heard of any of these. Flamingo Road, Neptune's Daughter, Love Letters, Confessions of a Nazi Spy, The Wildcard, Summer Run from 1920. Gosh, they're all kinos. Well, the bottom two are kinos, so they'd be nice. Now this is a good one to round it off with. Puppet Master, Doctor of Death. This is from Full Moon. Look at the artwork on that. Yeah, I definitely would like to see this film, although I know it's going to be horrendous. And then on the 17th, then in the USA, they got this Hammer horror collection. Okay, so there wasn't much else about because I did sort of pre-look, but there was a title in Germany I want to talk about. Okay, so in Germany then, we got some of the stuff we've already seen out. Whitney Houston, we got One More Shot, The Rescue, but this is the one I want to talk about. It's coming out on the 17th. It's a media book. It's a film based on a novel by Jack Ketchum. So if you know Jack Ketchum, he does do some messed up novels. He done The Offspring and The Woman, Red, which is about a guy who gets revenge for the death of his dog. The film stars Brian Cox. You've probably never seen it, but it's really good. But this is called Evil on the German media book, but actually his most popular title is The Girl Next Door. It's about this girl who goes to live with her aunt or whatever, and she just gets seriously abused. There's a famous scene with a blowtorch that's really heavy. So yeah, I really want to get this actually, even though it's a messed up movie. It'd be good in the collection, especially as a media book. So yeah, I'm probably going to order this on Wednesday. Maybe you can have a little look at it next Monday or the Monday after when I do my next weekly video. And it's from Cape Light, so you know it'll be good. So yeah, that's Jack Ketchum's Evil, or The Girl Next Door, as most people would know it, and is on 4K. Alright then, so I'm going to head over to HMV now and have a little look at what we can find for the UK releases. I'll catch you soon. Okay then, so we're going to HMV and have a little look. Okay, so just have a little look at this toy section first. They got some nice masks and some cool figures. I like these Toonie Terrors. I still haven't got that Victor Crowley one that I've been after all this time. Must bite the bullet soon. Some cool Marvel stuff. And then you got these wicked graphic novels then. This is a new section in my HMV. They all look cool as. That Punisher one looks good. The artwork's just phenomenal on all of them, I gotta be fair. Doctor Strange one looks really nice with a skull in the background. And not really something I'm into graphic novels, but I definitely think they should be used more when they're decided on storylines for the movies, because they have got some cool character arcs in there. So this is the new stuff now then. Call the Midwife, that wasn't there last week, or that Father Brown. So they're two new ones, but not really something I'm interested in picking up. These are all still here from the last few weeks now, so nothing that we haven't seen before a million times. And then move over to the films then, and yeah, we have got some new stuff then. So we got I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Whitney Houston biography, so that's £16, no slip. And I noticed we got that Empire Light then, but that's not out till the 15th. So Wednesday we got Living with Bill Nighy, so really nice slipcover, $14.99. Supposed to be a really good movie. It's on my list, but I'm not sure about today. Corsage, I'm not really sure what this is, to be honest. Not something I heard of, but again, it's got a lot of festival buzz looking at the cover, so it could be okay. The Woman King, Terrifier, After Sun, She Said, Silent Night, nothing we haven't seen before. Nothing new by here either, so we'll have a little look at some other sections. So they got the new Gorillaz album out this week, so the artwork on this is stunning. I haven't bought a CD for so long. $10.99. I might consider that actually. And then we got the new 4Ks then, so we got Rocky 2 from last week. There's the Virgin Suicides then, so $19.99. Nice slipcover. Comes with the Blu-ray as well as the 4K. And we got the Core. So again, surprisingly, real nice slipcover. Looks alright actually on the back. I'm a little bit more tempted by this film, seeing it in the flash. Okay, and then obviously we got the big release then, Rocky 3. So a lovely slipcover. $19.99, so a good price. Obviously nice and uniform, so it matches the other ones. So yeah, I don't see no reason why I won't pick up Rocky 3 today now. Again, all these are older ones, so nothing much else there. Some cool Funkos here. Shark eating a boat, pretty cool one. And then you've got these ones that come with t-shirts now. The Thanos one, the Ronin in Star Wars. Not familiar with that character. Probably off one of the TV shows. Hawkman, that's a wicked one that is, from Black Adam. Alright, then we got some new anime sections in my local HMV. I don't know much about anime, but these sections look really nice. They're really well stocked, and all the stuff looks really fancy and new. So these are all books, and then these are movies and Blu-rays or shows, whatever. I'm not really sure. Like I say, I don't know anything about anime really. I know the main ones like Dragon Ball Z, like you're looking at there, and then like the older ones like Akira and Attack on Titan and things like that. But I wouldn't know where to start if I was to get into it. Ghost in the Shell, that's a popular one. Naruto, have you heard of that one? The artwork's sublime, mind on a lot of them. I love the artwork. You just have One Piece, loads of One Piece Blu-rays or DVDs. Yu-Gi-Oh! That's another one I've heard of. I'm sure if you're into it, this section would just be a dream come true for you. It must be popular if HMV got these entire sections dedicated to it. So these are just books again. All the women are lushly out of proportion. There's Attack on Titan, Blu-ray. It's absolutely stacks of stuff here. Like I said, they must be confident that they're going to sell a bit of this, so the scene must be pretty big for anime, I gotta be fair. Lupin the Third, have you heard of that one? I see a lot of them when I do my release calendar videos, so coming to the end of them now, but I just thought I'd have a little look to pad out the video a bit. Well, what is that Detox year? We didn't see this last week because it only came out on the Tuesday, not the Monday. £17, a little bit steep, I gotta be fair. So not any mad rush. Some good films on this Amplified Voices section. Hustle, Blue is the Warmest Colour. The Handmaiden, Last Night in Soho. Saint Maud, absolute amazing film. We need to talk about Kevin, X, Raw, Promising Young Woman, Nomadland. They're all brilliant films in this section. Fair dues. Disobedience, I haven't seen that one, but it looks intriguing. Oh, right. Now I don't usually go to this section when I'm in HMV, just the standard Blu-rays. But I've seen a lot of people posting what they've been grabbing in the sale for like $5.99 and stuff. So I'm gonna have a little look through what they got. There's an Olympus Has Fallen set there. I'm not sure what that is, but I noticed the Picture House label on the side. They're a good boutique label. That's all I kind of look for when you've got rows and rows of films, is the boutique label one. So this is from Mubi. So Benedetta and Bergman Island. Can't say I've heard of either of them. Oh, that's a lie, actually. Benedetta I have seen on the release calendar. Body of Evidence, that's a new one that's come out, I think, with Madonna. $12.99, not bad. We got Bodies, A24 movie that I want to see, $9.99, not bad. I'll get that on the birthday haul. Boiling Point from Second Sight with Stephen Graham, really good film. One continuous shot style. This Tim Burton collection's nice, 9 films. Bit steep at 50 quid, but I suppose you are getting 9 films. Call Me By Your Name. That one intrigues me because I know the director did the Suspiria remake that I've just recently watched. So he had a good style, so I wouldn't mind seeing some more of his films. Colour Out of Space, I still don't own that film. Brilliant Lovecraftian horror with Nicolas Cage. Brilliant director. I can't think what his name is. He's South African. But, he's a good director, fair dues. Dead Man's Shoes, a movie I'd love to have in the collection with Paddy Considine, absolute wicked film. Desperately Seeking Susan, a nice box set there, MGM box set. Dream a Little Dream with Corey Feldman, not bad for $9.99, and Corey Haim for a restaurant release, pretty good. Eric the Viking. So I remember seeing this film years ago. I wouldn't mind this set actually. I don't know what the picture quality's like on it or anything, but that's another one to mark off for the birthday haul, I think. Okay, and then just some more the more usual titles. Gangs of New York, can't wait for a 4K of that. It's only $3.99 on Blu-ray, mine, so not a bad price really. I do want to see that film again, but yeah, I'm hoping for a 4K very soon. I'm only going to do half these films because I'm running late for time. It's about 5:15. The shop shuts at 5:30, so I'm going to do this half, and then next week when we go over, I'm going to do the other half. So this will go up to like about M or something. The Halfway House, really nice slip. And then we'll there's High Rise, the movie by Ben Wheatley. I haven't seen that. One of the only Ben Wheatley films I haven't seen actually. Not supposed to be that great, but I would watch it. Okay, and then we got more usual titles. Oh, this is a good one. The Folklore Trilogy, Irish Folklore Trilogy, wicked films on there. Animated ones for kids to watch. Loads of James Bond. So it looks like we're going up to L with these, and then we'll start from M next week then. And I'll try and grab some standard releases I want to add to the collection. There wasn't too many mine that I seen that I'd like, but there was a couple. Kindergarten Cop, I wouldn't mind actually. $7.99, not a bad price. Although we'll probably get a 4K soon with all the other Arnie films. Oh, so I think that's about it for the hunt. So we'll get back home now and see what we got. Okay, so we're back now after the hunt. Pretty successful. Same sketch every week. Spent a bit more than I was meaning to, but hey ho. Okay, so first of all, I've only had one thing this week through the mail. It wasn't from Amazon. It was from an eBay seller. Okay, so I grabbed this, the Gestapo's Last Orgy. Okay, so this is a video nasty. Is one of the heavier video nasties. Has a lot of I've just weird shit going on. Too ashamed to say some of the stuff that happens in this movie because I'm going to watch it. But yeah, so this is from Second Sight, but because this is movies banned in the UK, it's one of their American releases. See, Second Sight. I always say Second Sight. I haven't bought a Second Sight release in ages. 88 films this is from, but it's from the American release. So it's a 4K scan, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so one of the lesser known video nasties to people who are not big into the horror, most people would talk about I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left, Evil Dead, Cannibal Holocaust. They would be your video nasties. But yeah, I seen this one a long time ago. I can't remember too much about it, but I think it's just as nasty as the others, I gotta be fair. So get the nice slip cover, just a normal sort of thickness, 88 films sort of thickness, but really nice shine to it. And then you've got different artwork then. I prefer the artwork, I think, to the cover. And there's the back then. Try to avoid the glare. So you can have a look at the whistles and bells. And then open it up. Okay, so it's got a nice picture disc, same as on the front. And then it's also got reversible artwork for some old school artwork, which actually looks quite nice. A bit thing with the woman with the gun in his mouth, like a bit awkward looking, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'll stick to the newer design, to be honest. I like the newer design. And then just as some extras then you get a poster. So this is a smallish poster, but nice material, nice and thick. So that's the girl tied to the chair with the flames, and then it's the old school one. As far as posters go, I think I prefer the old school on a poster, but when it comes to the cover of the DVD or the Blu-ray, I prefer that one, the newer one. Okay, so then moving on then, we got a little booklet as well. Not much going on the cover of the booklet. Little picture on the back. Whoop. Well, it's too late to cover it now, isn't it? If you want to read what that says there. And then just in the booklet then, it's just got some bits and bobs. There's some alternative artworks and different covers, I guess. Quite a lot. There's quite a lot of nudity in this booklet, so I am struggling. There's some more alternative titles there, but you'll have to get it yourself if you want to see more, because I can't really show much more of that on YouTube without getting torn off. Okay, so that was my only mail delivery then last week, because that was last orgy. So we move on now to the HMV hunt today, the new release hunt. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to show you is the obvious one. Okay, I think everyone knew I was going to get this after the last 2 weeks. So Rocky 3. Okay, so another lovely slip, look nice and uniform with the other two. $19.99, so standard price. And then the inside artwork, same as the slip. Again, I'm sorry about the glare, but if you can see the whistles and bells. And then we'll open him up quickly. It's only the thin Amaray case now, seems to be the way forward, but we don't mind if we get the slip to pad it out a bit. Without the slip, they look terrible, though, the 10mm cases, I gotta be fair. Okay, so nothing much inside, just like the other ones. At least they match the one is uniform. So yeah, I look forward to watching Rocky 3 then. I watched the first two now on the 4Ks, so I'll get around to this one this week. That was Rocky. Okay, this was a movie I didn't expect to buy today, I gotta be honest, but I seen a slip and it looked amazing. And then when I looked a bit closer at the cast, it has got lots of people in I like. I can't really remember seeing it in the early noughties, but it is The Core. Okay, so happy with the price, $19.99. Like I said, it's got Delroy Lindo in who I like. Aaron Eckhart's pretty good, but it's also got Stanley Tucci, Richard Jenkins, Alfred Woodard. So yeah, so I'm not sure who the director is. I can't see on who the director is. I don't know if it's our mate Roland or what, but it's got all the whistles and bells, Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio. I don't think it's got an Atmos, but yeah, so like I said, lovely slipcover. Nice and shiny. Looks a bit different at the top because it's got the 21st anniversary bit, so got that little bit of extra there. Yeah, so I really like that slip actually. And then I think there's going to be much to it inside. The artwork on the Amaray is the same as the slip. As always, struggle to get it open. Although I do seem to make it a bit looser these days, not quite as tight as it used to be. He says. Okay. So yeah, nothing really much inside, just the disc. And it tells you what sort of whistles and bells you got, the Dolby Vision. Yeah, no reversible art or anything, but yeah, it is only a standard release. It is only £20 in price though, so I look forward to watching that. The Core, if it's really pants, then I could always sell it on eBay, but can't be no worse than pay for the devil when I bought that. Alright then, so then another one that I bought today, new release I've never seen before by Studio Canal. It's a new restoration, so you know it's going to look stunning. The Virgin Suicides. Okay, so this stars Kirsten Dunst, Josh Hartnett, James Woods, Kathleen Turner. Alright, I've never seen this film. I don't really know what it's about. Directed by Sofia Coppola, who's Francis Ford Coppola's daughter. I think it's a late 90s film, so it should look great on 4K. It's got HDR, but no sign of any Dolby Vision. If you want to have a little look. Okay, so I think it's some sort of black comedy. Is it about 5 girls in a family and like the parents don't let them out or something, and there's a group of boys who fancy them and I don't know, they go and try and like break them out of their house or something. So first thing that stood out to me was the slip. The slip's really nice, slightly thicker than your usual ones, feels really nice. So that was that. Then it was the same artwork on the inside, so no difference there to what you get on the slip. And we'll just open him up now and have a little look if we get anything else with this release. But again, it's only $19.99, it's only standard, so you probably won't. But good value for a Studio Canal restoration, because they are really good. So we had 2 picture discs, both same image on both, but one's a Blu-ray, one's a 4K. No reversible art. So like I said, it'd be a first time watch. I am looking forward to watching it. But I'm not really sure where my expectation levels are, to be honest. So that's the Virgin Suicides. Then my last pickup from HMV for today, there was nothing on Blu-ray I wanted really. And this isn't a new film, but this was at the counter where if you buy something, you can get it for £9.99. And it seemed like too good a coincidence to turn down because I've been wanting to see this movie for a while with number 4 coming out now. But also where it seems like a coincidence, obviously because number 4 is coming out, they know people are keen to buy it, so maybe it's not so much a coincidence after all. More good marketing from HMV. But anyway, John Wick 3. So it's on 4K, lovely slipcover, say £9.99 with any purchase. So I couldn't leave it there. I haven't seen number 3. I've seen 1 and 2 twice. I don't know whether you would do this or not, but when a new film comes out of a franchise, you try and catch up with it by watching all the old ones. But sometimes if I do that, I get bored and then I don't get to the newest one or get to the newest ones. So I watched John Wick 1 and 2 not so long ago when Parabellum was coming out, and then I was a bit John Wick days, so I didn't even watch Parabellum. So then I tried to watch 1 and 2 again over the last couple of weeks with the viewer watching this on number 4, and yeah, I struggled again then. So I'm just gonna have to watch this one on his own without any you know, I know what goes on in the first two, but you like to have them fresh in your mind, don't you? But I'm just not going to be able to, because I'm not going to be able to sit through 1 and 2 again and get the appetite for 3 and 4. So nice 2-disc set, wicked pictures. I love the colour scheme, the purples and the pinks, my favourite. Like, so yeah, that's really good. No reversible app, you wouldn't expect. I haven't got the other 2, so there might be some people saying, oh, you know, you can get a nice box set or whatever. But I'll just get the other 2 when I get them. So that's John Wick 3 then, Parabellum. Like I said, first time watch for me, but I'll get it done ready for when the 4th one comes out. Okay, so that's about it then for the pickups. But moving on now, I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes talking to you about what physical media I watched in the last 7 days. You never know, you might find a film you haven't seen or might jog your memory for a film you want to watch, okay? I've only got 3 here. I've been a bit busy and I've watched 1 or 2 things on streaming like Luther, Fallen Sun, and something else I watched on streaming as well. I can't think what it is off the top of my head though. So anyway, so these are the physical medias I watched. So first of all, let's talk about Rocky 2, okay? So I didn't speak bad about Rocky 1 to 4K. I want to make it clear that I like the grainy look of the original. I was never looking for a movie that was DNR to hell. The grain's not the problem. What my only point I was making with Rocky 1 is that yeah, so as I was saying with Rocky 1, you know, I like the grainy look and everything. It wasn't that it wasn't DNR'd or anything, but it just, for a movie from the 70s with a lot of 4Ks, it can be like a new viewing experience, or it can be like watching a film for the first time. I just didn't get that buzz from it. Maybe it's because I've just seen it so many times and maybe I was expecting more. But yeah, but then when I watched Rocky 2, because I haven't seen this movie so many times, and I thought the HDR was a bit more popping on this in the reds and stuff, so I did think this one was a little bit better, although they're probably just both on par with each other. So Rocky 2 then, pretty good movie. I mean, I don't have to tell you about Rocky 2, but it is quite melodramatic. I mean, the majority of the film, again, like the first one, isn't really focused on boxing. It's more about Rocky sort of getting through his troubles. This one leans more into Adrian as well, you know, the fact that they can't make ends meet. You know, she wants to go back to work, but Rocky wants her to stay at home so he can provide. Very old school notions now these days, but that's what it was like back then. And yeah, you know, they had the baby, comes prematurely. There's a lot of drama in this film, really. The boxing sort of plays second fiddle. There was some sound issues. I know people said you won't notice it, and surprising for me to notice it. So if I did, it must be a little bit bad. But there was a scene when the nurse comes out of the waiting room, into the waiting room in the hospital to speak to Rocky and Adrian's brother, and it's so muffly and like staticky, you know, I couldn't even make it what she was saying. So, but that was only on the one small scene. It's not something I'm going to complain about. But yeah, so overall it's pretty solid. A couple of sound issues that you probably won't notice. Picture quality's fine, if nothing amazing, and the film is, well, it's still Rocky 2 in it, so you know. Okay, then another 4K I watched. I bought this off Wow HD, and I thought I was buying the limited edition box set. I thought it was a pretty good price, and when it came on, it was the standard release. So this is the Arrow release of Django. You can't get this in the UK. It's an American release, so it stars Franco Nero, who's just got some of the best screen charisma you'll ever see. It's from the 60s, 66, I think. And I just love this film. I can just watch it over and over and over. I'm not even a mad Western fan, but everything from the music, the title music is just amazing. Like I said, his charisma is amazing. The story's really good. It captures that Western feeling, even though it's a Italian Western, you know, a spaghetti Western. So it's probably just filmed in Italy somewhere or whatever. But yeah, it was really good. I tell you what I like about this as well. At the start, Arrow have left the credits sort of untouched, so it's still got that really crusty, old-fashioned look about it. It kind of matches the Django theme tune. And then there's like a quick cut, and it goes to like the 4K transfer with these Mexicans are like stringing up this woman before Django comes and saves her, and the picture quality is just unbelievable. The step up from what you were watching to that scene is just phenomenal. It blows my mind every time. So if you don't own this one on 4K, this is the reference title you need, boys. So Django. And the last movie I watched on physical media is a remake. Struggled to watch it. I've had it in my collection a while. I've fallen asleep 2 or 3 times in the past. Didn't really think I was ever going to get around to watching it again. But then I went and became a big fan of Mia Goth because of her recent foray into horror. And I had a little look at her filmography on IMDb, and I found out she was in this. So I thought I'm going to give it another go now. So that is the Suspiria remake. Okay, so the main star, Dakota Johnson, obviously Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton plays a couple of characters. She plays this guy here as well, the psychiatrist, and she also plays Marcos, the sort of head witch of the dance school. So she's got 3 parts in it, so that's really good. So yeah, so I was hard to get into this film the first couple of times, but I don't know why I find it hard to get into, because this time I just lapped it up from the beginning. I thought it was really good. Problem is, it is pretty sparse on the horror. It's on for 2.5 hours, and you really only get 3 scenes of real, like, good gross out horror. And even the gross out stuff could have been even grosser. So it was good, but it was over long. And I think it was a case of what could have been with the horror. I think if they had pushed it a bit, the gore levels a bit more higher and gave us a bit more horror, this would have been 5 out of 5. But as it stood, only got 3 out of 5 for me. Lovely slipcover though. It's from Mubi, so you know it's going to be wicked quality. And yeah, it looks great on the shelf and whatever with my other Mubi films. So yeah, I thought it was okay, just not amazing. If you like a Dario Argento fanboy and you're worried because it's a remake, you think it's gonna shit on the original, it is a completely different film. I gotta be fair. I mean, some character names are the same and the general story's the same, but it does focus a lot more on the dancing on this than what Argento's did, and the colour palette's a lot more washed out and things. So it is a different movie experience, but I suppose by calling it Suspiria, they are opening themselves up for some harsh criticism from the fanboys. So that was Suspiria. Alright, so that's about it for this weekly video now then. Thanks for watching, and if I don't do anything in between, I'll catch you next Monday. Alright, I've been Bumper, thanks a lot.